Hi, everybody. My name is Keith Freeze, and I'll say real quick that lately, whether it's on the broadcasts or you'll hear interviews from the coaches or you'll read articles, but you'll see the word driver come up a lot. Like they'll say, "Oh, he's the play driver," and it's become kind of this overused term that I don't think quite allows the reader or the viewer or the fan to kind of fully grasp the weight of that. Of course, by kind of easy deduction, you can assume that what they mean by driver is that they're the leader, that they help literally, quite literally, drive the offense or etc. Right? But again, I don't think that it quite holds the weight of what that is. So I sent out a tweet the other day that I said, "You'll hear the term driver thrown around a lot, and it's used so often it's lost its meaning. Here's a clip to illustrate the responsibilities that come along with being the driver." Now, I tagged a clip from the movie Cool Runnings, starring John Candy. It's a great movie. It's still one of my favorite movies, but uh, I left this clip tagged to my Twitter. I'll leave the link to my Twitter or to this specific tweet down in the description, and you can click on that and then reroute it to this clip because I really don't want a copyright strike. In fact, like because of that, I've written out the quote that we're gonna read through right now from that movie. But the quote basically really highlights what the idea of being the driver is. So John Candy's character says in that movie, he says, "You see, the driver has to work harder than anyone. He's the first to show up and the last to leave. When his teammates are all out drinking beer, he's up in his hotel room studying pictures of turns. You see, a driver must remain focused 100% at all times. Not only is he responsible for knowing every inch of every course he races, he's also responsible for the lives of the other three people in his sled. Now, do you want that responsibility?" And I know he's speaking about a bobsled team, but this could certainly apply to a hockey team and a basketball team and a baseball, anything that you can think of, even in life, even in your work sense, when you go to work, right? The person that's your boss or whoever, who's ever leading the organization for whatever thing that you do. And the point is that you have responsibilities that go well beyond just being a leader on the ice. You don't, it's not just, oh, he's out there, he's the centerman, so he's the driver by default and he's going to take faceoffs. Okay, everybody, like, we know who the driver is. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be a center. It could be a winger, it could be a defenseman, it could be the goaltender, it could be whoever, right? But the driver is the person that takes on the responsibilities of everybody else. They have to make sure that everybody is in place. This is why the Kings have leaned on Anze Kopitar as long as they have, because he is legitimately a driver. He is the one that makes everything go. And while all of his teammates are out drinking beer, I could imagine Anze Kopitar saying, "I'm not going out tonight." Maybe the boys know him different than I do, but I'm just saying that my whole thing is I could see him saying, "You guys go have fun. I got some studying to do. I got to go in the film room." I mean, that was the whole thing about Tom Brady. If you ever hear about former Patriots players, they'll always say Tom Brady went to the video meetings for the offense and the defense. Like, he wanted to know what every step of the game was for his team and the opposition. That's being a driver. It's suspending those nights out of getting a beer to stay home and study, to stay home and make sure that everybody's held accountable. And I think this is a great quote, and that's why I kind of left it up here. As you can see with like John Candy in the background, he was a big LA Kings fan, so that worked out. But even beyond that, I just think this is a great illustration of what it is to be the driver on a line. And hopefully this gives you a little bit more context. I suggest or I recommend that you go down again, check out the link that I'll leave down in the description and watch the clip for yourself, because the way he delivers this monologue is awesome. It's so good. And it does make you feel that kind of thing even more. So the words are powerful, but the way that he said them were really great. So go ahead and check that out for yourselves. Quick video. My name is Keith Freeze. Thank you for checking it out. Have a great one, everybody, and go Kings go.